The 2017-18 A-League Final Series had been shaping up as one to remember for all the right reasons. A clinical Melbourne City defeat of Brisbane Roar and a gripping rendition of the original rivalry between Adelaide United and Melbourne Victory had highlighted Week 1, before the semi-finals between Warren Joyce's side and the Newcastle Jets, coupled with the victory in Sydney FC, produced two of the greatest games in the A-League's history. With excitement reaching a fever pitch surrounding the prospect of a once-again football-mad Newcastle hosting a grand final, many an article was penned suggesting that the finals had saved the 17-18 season, that the quality of the product on the park had gone a long way into restoring the faith of the public in Australian football's potential. It was not to last. Saturday's grand final, already the subject of mass controversy thanks to what was initially thought to have been an error by the video assistant referee, VAR, in not disallowing the Victory's goal in their 1-0 win, has now been tainted with the acknowledgement on Sunday morning by the FFA that the system was not just incorrect in making its decision, it was not actually used at all. In a statement, the FFA disclosed that the VAR lost its video feed 30 seconds before James Garnachi set up Costa Barbaros's opener from an offside position, meaning that it was unable to be consulted in the aftermath of the goal. The statement detailed that by the time the VAR had been restored to working order, the game had already resumed, thus meaning that the decision could not be reviewed. The FFA's head of the A-League and W League, Greg O'Rourke, apologized for the monumental error. "We are extremely disappointed at this failure of the VAR technology," he said. "And we understand the disappointment and frustration of the Newcastle Jets, their fans and indeed all football fans. VAR was introduced here and in other parts of the world as a technology-based solution to correct the human errors that inevitably are made from time to time when officials are making judgments in split seconds. On this occasion, the technology itself failed and the broadcast angles required were unavailable. We are working with Hawkeye to thoroughly understand why it did and what can be done to prevent this happening again. While we understand that this happened only once this season, it was at a most critical time. All parties desire the technology to be failure-proof, and that is what we will be striving for. This is important not just for the Hyundai A-League but for other leagues around the world and for the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia, at which VAR will be used for the first time. Privately, the FFA is believed to have no intention of altering the final result or replaying the grand final, and believes themselves to be covered against the potential of any legal action. Said legal action could possibly be undertaken by the grand final losers Newcastle or Melbourne City, who as a result of the Victory's championship have been relegated from the final half seat afforded to Australia in the Asian Champions League. When reached on late Sunday morning, Melbourne City declined to comment on the developments.